So real important that your wires are twisting evenly.
The
It's
wires
not too
aren't really
tight.
the same size to begin with.
It's okay.
Okay.
So
all
is
the way
one
down,
longer
leave
by
it
an
inch,
inch, or
or
leave them totally on?
Just
I would
That's
leave the
my,
shortest one in.
that's my quality.
we made it longer because
Yeah, right.
everyone's is a little different. So
But do I leave the whole thing untwisted to an inch, or I have?
leave your shorter wire untwisted to an
Like
inch.
this, the
Okay,
shortest one
gotcha.
should be an inch. And you can
Because
cut the other one
ultimately you want them to end up the same length. Please help your neighbors.
People are gonna say, why is Sarah keep repeating this?
So it was an inch.
It's an inch. It'll be an inch.
off. What are we making today? What is this?
Right. Does everyone
Understand?
grasp the concept enough to do their hind legs all by their lonesome?
Yes.
Oh.
Exactly straight. But I think you just cut it off.
Yeah. We're going to even them up. We're going to even them up.
I'm not gonna undo that. It's gonna work.
I'm so glad this is a full.
Okay, Catherine, that sigh is recorded. It's going out to the whole world.
I'm having an awful lot of fun, and this is wonderful.
It's just a lot
It's
of
the
work.
twisting I always find difficult.
Maybe I took your wire.
It's the wrist.
I don't think I did. I was
I want to
just
learn
trying to
how to
make
do
you
it.
feel better. It's on the floor. I'll get it.
Right.
We're doing the back legs too, is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
Yes. But hold them, like, splay them open a bit as you turn. It's easier than them squeezed together.
We should be experts
I
in
spent a
twisting
week in
by the time
Maryland
we're
learning how to
done.
twist
Okay. So if you're I'm talking to the camera now, people. If your wires aren't even, which they might not be because we sort of guesstimated the length of this second wire that we put on, you're just going to cut it to be even with the first one. And then with the pliers, it's easier. You're going to make fold them back, just the tips, and I try to fold it back pretty much in half. I don't leave a loop. I try to just get the wire to fold, and then once that's done, then you can maybe give it another twist till your foot. I'd say I leave about a healthy ½ an inch of toes
About how
on
long
each
are
leg.
you
You're going to
doing
use a
it?
pipe cleaner, and I'm just holding it. You can kind of stick it in to these shoulder wires, or it just starts there. I'm not doing anything fancy to this end. Just you can hold it with your thumb, or you can try to wedge it into some wires. And I'm wrapping down the leg, not too tight, just nice ½ inch loops. Okay, everyone watch. Just watch for 1 second. And then we'll keep doing together. When I get to the split in the foot, I pick a side and I go to it with the pipe cleaner. And all I do is I just fold it over the toe. Not twisting down it or anything. I'm just folding over it. And then I think it's good to take your pipe cleaner behind the leg to go to the next one. This time I did kind of come around because it's just going to stay on better if I go that way. And then just fold it over the toe. And then
The object of the game is to have the pipe cleaner really.
the object of the game is to have the pipe cleaner absolutely covering the tip of that wire. If you just kind of go around the wire and you still have wire showing at the tip, it's just going to be really hard to get the wool to stay there. And then anything left, you can just go back up the leg. When you go back up the leg, wrap in the same direction as your initial pipe cleaner.
And it can be kind of loosely wrapped.
Yep. So just loosely wrapping. I'd say they're about ½ inch twists. Go over a toe, when you come back, go behind the heel just so that you can pull towards the next toe without pulling your pipe cleaner away. And when you go back up, your pipe cleaner should be following the same sort of candy stripe direction that you're. This one just slipped off.
That's what mine did.
It's fine. It's fine. As long as
Okay.
it's there, you can kind of maneuver it back into place when you wrap the wool on it. It might slip off, but that's okay. So this would work for cows, or if you were making a larger scale pig. I even do camels this way, even though they don't really have hooves. They have more like pancake feet, but it does work. It does work well for camels. If you need to wrap on the toe a little bit to help your pipe cleaner stay in position, you can. I just don't want you to go crazy, wrapping it, because it'll build up too much. Well, wrapped with pipe cleaner, we're going to take some black and take about a 2 or 3 inch piece and split it in half lengthwise 4 times. So now you have 4 very thin 2 inch pieces. And this might even be too much. I just want you guys all to start with a small amount. It's too much, so I'm actually going to pull those in half, and I'm pulling them in half the length the other way, and then lengthening them out a little bit. The point is, look, it's this much. It's little. It's a small amount. Yeah, might
You
even.
got some black left?
Yeah.
You missed
Mhm.
Here's some right here.
Oh,
Yeah. And then just starting at the base of the V, I just start wrapping to get it anchored there, and then just like we did the bird's feet, or I feel like we did something else like this. Okay. Anyway, you wrap to the end of the toe really tightly, and then you angle back and come back up, and that should be.
Is that supposed to be one
That should
of
be
the
it.
pieces of cloven hoof, or do both of them?
Do one at a time. I would do one at a time. So learning the amount of wool that you want to execute a certain portion, that just comes with practice, and you might pull something and you're like, this is too short, this is too long, and then you get a feel for how much wool you need to do what it is that you want to do. So just start at the base of the V, tightly go down the toe, and turn around and go back up. If you need it, and I just with my finger, I continually smooth the fringe out. I just continually press it around until it's gone, until it's disappeared. And then this is what I have now.
Take a stretch.
Really small piece of black, and you start at the V, and you wrap super tight down the toe and back.
I did 4.
Yeah, I just did a piece like that, and I just have extra, so I'm just pulling it. I'm just pulling it off. Or you could finish it out around the top of the V. These look really cool once you get the so we're wrapping this whole foot with black, but really the top sort of half or 2/3 is going to get wrapped in white. So that contrast of the hoof with the fur is cool looking. And if you need to, you could stab it. Mine are kind of sticking. Well, I always say that they're sticking, and then I move on and do other things, and then they start to unstick. So, taking a minute to stab them in is a good idea. So now that we have our toes wrapped with black, and we've put just the first layer of wool on the legs, we want to get the white, little white detail of fur that they have around the top of their hooves. So I'm just going to, I have about a 2" by 1/2" piece. Well, I'm drafting it out, so it's longer than that now, but, and I'm going to wrap around the ankle, and then I'm going to wrap around one of the toes. I'm going to come over the ankle, and I'm going to wrap around the other toe. And I'm continually wrapping in the same direction. I keep going the same way. I'm not like reversing direction. And I just do that a couple of times until it's symmetrical. I'm going to do one more to get this. And then to blend it, I just take my last bit and just go over the top. And then stab that in. And then as I build the leg, I can do, reindeer have a little extra protrusion back here, and I'm going to do that, instead of doing that with wire, I'm going to do that by wrapping a little seed shape on a toothpick and putting that in as I build the leg. But if you were doing a camel, I would probably do about the same thing for a cow. They don't have quite that amount of splay. And then for a camel, I would make 2 ghost shapes that I put on top. I would wrap these really well with wool, so I have something to grab into, and then I would put 2 ghost shapes on top. So, yeah, that's how you do a cloven hoof. This is a reindeer.